Hey, welcome back to another episode on this LS Swap Bronco 2 project. So today I'm going to talk about the rear axle. As I've covered before, the rear axle is a full width 9-inch. Again, it was previously starting to be set up for a double triangulated 4-link. Which I'm kind of determining it's not the route to go on this truck. So, first things first, I'm going to go ahead and use the plasma cutter, knock off the axle lower link brackets, and then the spring perch brackets were never taken off yet. So, I'm going to zip these 4 brackets off, get everything cleaned up, and down the bare metal. That way we can start getting prepped for the new, haven't measured these yet, but I'm assuming these are about a 20-degree angle, which makes sense for a double triangulated. Got some 10-degree ones coming, so that's what's going on there. The top brackets, I'm going to see how those go. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I'd rather not have to touch them. But as far as I can tell, the guy that was starting this project, looks like he had mocked the 9-inch up in the exact same center spot of the frame as the stock 7.5-inch. Which, you know, he left 5-8 inches of wheelbase he could have added. So because the axle was mocked up so close or so center, his upper link brackets are quite a bit more forward than what I've done in the past. These will probably be 5 inches or so back. And then these 2 holes here and here was a cross member that, again, the previous guy made and had the 4-link, the lower brackets inbound here. So I don't like that. So I'm going to do some redesigning here. All right, I have all those brackets are cut off, ground down smooth. Went ahead and I should have took a little quick video, but the corners of these trusses weren't, they overhung. So on all 4 sides I did a cut and a relief slit, bent them down, and finished welding all 4 corners. Not sure why that wasn't done from the previous guy, but no big deal. Went ahead, got the old gasket, RTV all cleaned up, everything's wire brush cleaned, brake cleaned inside. I even take old rags, bundle them up, and I use that piece of aluminum tube and basically pound the rags through the tubes to get everything clean. So it's as clean as it's going to be able to get, which is pretty clean. All right, so the axle housing itself is ready. Let's discuss the carrier. It's upside down in the video, but this is a HI-9 9-inch carrier, 456 gears, ARB air locker. So this is upside down. So normally you look at a rear diff and it kind of looks like that from the side. Well, picture this flipped. The pinion is actually up. So that gains, I think, like 3.5 to 4.5 inches of ground clearance from the drive shaft pinion hitting stuff on the trail. So just gotta get that wire brushed real quick, get a gasket, get that set in place. As far as rear axles go, from Quick Performance, great company. These are 31 spline Chromoly axles, 5 on 5.5. You can option them to come by themselves or have the seals and bearings and stuff already pressed on. So we opted just to have that done, save some time. So those are all ready to go. Give them a quick wipe down and then get those installed after the carrier. All right, the 9-inch is fully assembled. The HI-9 is in, and wow, that's awesome. It's amazing how much clearance this thing gives you from that drive shaft. The low opinion would be, you know, down here, probably, what, 4 inches or so. So that's awesome. Everything went together real well. A little bit of RTV, gasket, a little bit of RTV. Snugged it down, let it sit for an hour while I'm doing other stuff, and then gave it a final torque. Slipped in the Quick Performance Chromoly 31 spline axle shafts. Bolted in the bearing retaining plate / caliper mount with some high temp RTV. And then the brake kit. The brake kit also came from Quick Performance. I guess I forgot to mention that. So Quick Performance is where the axles and the whole brake system, the brackets, the bolts, the hardware, the calipers, the rotors, the pads, everything came from Quick Performance. Bolt-on kit, I mean, it went on so nice and easy. Everything's clearance, everything looks perfect. Only thing I had to do is there's 4 bolts that hold the caliper bracket to the mounting bracket. And there's a metal spacer on each bolt. So the bottom spacer on both sides just barely interfered with the flange on the axle. So I just took a flap disc and put a flat spot on both, and problem solved. So this wraps up the rear axle full width 9-inch build. So this part is ready to go. Again, 456 gears, ARB air locker, HI-9, Chromoly axle shafts, 31 spline. Yeah, so that completes the axle. All right, so next up, the next video coming out will be the 241C manual transfer case. Right now it's in stock form, so it has a slip yoke on it. Slip yoke is something that basically has to be eliminated on something with as much travel as this truck's going to have. So we're just waiting on the slip yoke eliminator kit coming from Tom Woods, and that'll be the next video covering the disassembly and the install of that slip yoke eliminator. And then while it's apart, Jeff sent me all the gaskets and seals to go ahead and just basically rebuild the T-case while it's apart anyway. So look for that video next. Like, comment, subscribe, and this project is really turning out nice. So catch you in the next video. Thanks.